All right, friends and fans, just doing a real quick video this afternoon. I have a 2012 Hyundai Civic. I forget what submodel it is, not important. A lot of you guys have asked me and gals have asked me, like, why some AC jobs are more expensive than others. And I understand it. I totally do. Those of you that know me know that I will go, I'll go out of my way to help somebody do a DIY project. This particular job, I'm not saying it's not a DIY, but it's you're definitely in the deep end of the pool, kiddies. So here's what's going on. Compressor locked up on this thing. It seized up, burned up, and contaminated the system. So as a result of that, you have to replace the compressor and the condenser. And the reason why you have to replace the condenser is because it's too small. You can't flush it out. You also have to change the expansion valve. And this is where you get into the deep end of the pool. In order to get to the expansion valve on this particular model of vehicle, you have to remove the evaporator core, which is in here. Now, if you're familiar with Honda anatomy, you'll realize that there's a big chunk of something missing here. That big chunk of something that's missing, first of all, is the glove box, and then it is the blower motor assembly. Then there's a vent and a cover that goes over the evaporator core. So all of that stuff has to be removed just so that you can get the evaporator core out and change the expansion valve and flush the evaporator core. There is the blower motor assembly, and underneath the cart there is a various sundry of other parts and pieces that I had to remove just so that I could get to this wonderful piece right here. Now that I've got this out of the car, I'm going to take this expansion valve off. I've got a new one that came in the kit, and I'm going to back flush this evaporator core and get all the junk out of it and get it to where it will, be functional again. Then I'll install all of this stuff back into the car, doing my human contortion act, and get it all put back together so that I can then go back out here and finish up with the compressor and condenser and flushing these lines as well. So anyways, I don't know if that's necessarily going to answer the question that some of you guys have asked me and some of you gals have asked me about why it costs so much, but this is kind of a labor intensive job. This isn't, a real quick, easy, changing a belt or changing coil packs or anything like that. This is some labor, and this is where the money comes in a lot of times. This particular job, the parts was for the compressor, condenser, expansion valve, O-rings. I'm sure I'm forgetting something. It was about $290 for the parts and then my labor. And I'm not going to say on camera what my labor rate is. Those of you who know me know my labor rate, and I'm more than reasonable. But even so, this job is still going to cost the customer quite a bit of money, but less than had they taken it, to a dealer or what have you. Anyways, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. I hope that answers some of your guys' questions. And as always, if you got any questions, hit me up. You know my email, or my phone number if you know me. Thanks a lot, and bye.